and welcome to this special show on CNN IBN. I'm Rajiv Masand, and to mark the release of the new Hindi film, New York, we have with us today in the studio the three principal leads of the film. Good-looking young actors each who are using their star power to tell what they insist is a relevant, important story about an issue that concerns all global citizens. To talk to us about the film and their experiences making it, we have with us here John Abraham, Katrina Kaif, and Neil Nitin Mukesh. Guys, thank you so much for joining us here in the studio today. I really want to start by asking all, what were your initial impressions of each other? I know that none of you all had worked with each other before.
Okay, can I demonstrate Neil's hello to me? My first interaction with anyone was with Neil.
Okay.
And Singer's King had just released the night before in Bombay. And I took the flight out, you know, everyone was partying it up, and I was like, where am I, and what is this film, and who are
I'm just trying to remind you.
Who are these people? So, you be me. You can sit though, you be me. Actually, standing is better.
No, I'm not.
Okay, you sit, you be me. Hello! You have to give me the reaction. I've gone, oh my God.
I can't react like
This guy creeping up from behind me.
No, I just went and was like, you know, courteous. I mean, you know, a guy on the set going up and saying hi to a lady, you know. So I just went and said, hello, how are you doing? You know, it's nice to meet you. It's nice. And she was like, and I said, hi, I'm Neil. You're Neil! You're Neil! I was like,
Pretty small, young, and more importantly, I said white. Somebody's whiter than me.
John, what was your experience meeting these guys?
Well, Neil and I hit it off from the word go, you know. We just hit it off. Then we were obviously waiting for Katrina Kaif to come on the set, you know.
to get hit with.
So then, as far as I know, Kabir was with Katrina when she came on, and Kabir kept asking Katrina, have you met John? Have you met John? Have you met John? And I was right on the other side of the compound on a very important call. So I think it was after about 2 or 3 hours that we really started speaking to each other. And the first scene was a college scene, and we just, the three of us just hit it off from there.
Okay.
Just went for it, and then the chemistry shows like you see it as it is on TV right now.
Obviously, to break that big cube of ice, I was the shovel.
Yeah, because Neil was this clean-shaven, really Gora boy.
Everyone is trying to, you know, make me come out to be, I don't know what.
Because
it's my character.
I was here, Katrina was here, Neil was here with a bag looking at you. You know? So, because he was expecting fireworks. So he said, Katrina, I'll tell you how to do this, and you know. So the minute Katrina walked away, I said, Neil, you don't do that, Neil. You get to Bombay, you'll get into deep trouble. Don't do that.
Okay. I don't know about you guys, but New York's really one of my favorite cities. It's one of those places where you can get food at any time in the night or day.
That's not actually true.
No? It is true.
Huh?
I can watch for it.
I know. I've been out like
I was up till 5 o'clock one morning looking for hot dogs. I was calling up everyone I knew in Bombay who studied in New York, because a lot of people, you know, here have gone.
She didn't know where to go.
Nobody thought you're
Where
hot
is
dogs
the
sort of
hot
girl.
dogs?
Tell me, you know, did you guys have a good time in New York while making this movie? Did you get some time to sort of just hang out?
Personally, I mean, I love New York too. It's one holiday destination that I also really like a lot. But like you said, the food I think is the best thing. And hot dogs, I found them at 4:45 in the night.
Did you have hot dogs?
I didn't have hot dogs. I was not supposed to have hot dogs. I was supposed to be on this nice diet given to me by my big brother out here.
Okay.
So I had a lot of protein shakes. Hot dogs, I think I was dreaming.
I believe there was a sort of dostana too going on here, in the sense that it's just the two of you guys who were pretty much hanging out and shopping together while while Madam was sipping coffee pretty much all the time.
Yeah, that's true. They always were off on their own and left me out in the cold, crying and alone.
John, this is not a good reputation you're acquiring.
I don't know what's happening.
John, what is wrong with you, John?
From a tall, gruffy guy to a sweet.
You know, what's really interesting, you know, watching the three of you guys together is to see this camaraderie, to see this friendship. It's not very often that one comes out of a film and, you know, such good friends with their colleagues. I mean, you know, you guys have done films, tell me.
No, friends, I mean, we had great camaraderie, like you're saying, but yeah, it is rare. But I don't know after this film whether we're going to be in touch, you know. The fact of the matter is, we had a great time. It was awesome. It was like super. And I think that comes rarely. And had this friendship not worked, because I think the basic essence of this film is three friends. And had this basic friendship not worked, this film would have fallen flat.
Sure. Okay. Now, guys, you all spoke about how well you have got to know each other while making this film. I'm choosing my words very carefully. I'm not going so far as to say what good friends you all are, but you all know each other very well. You all hit it off very well. So we're going to put you all to the test. We're going to find out just how well you know your friends, how well you know your colleagues.
Yeah, there you go.
Katrina, we've decided you're going to be in the hot seat.
Okay.
I'm going to give you a couple of clues, and you're going to have to tell me which of these two guys each statement is about.
Okay.
His favorite television show is Prison Break.
Neil.
That's pretty good.
But that was a guess, actually. That was a guess.
His favorite Hindi song is Pehla Nasha from Jo Jeeta Wahi Sikandar.
John, since everybody here is saying John. I don't need to be his colleague. I'll just ask
I
them.
wouldn't have guessed that,
Yeah,
honestly.
1 second. Ask me, huh?
According to him, the hottest Hollywood actress is Julia Roberts.
Okay, really. John. That's right. No, I knew it was Neil.
And
but
you
I
went
was
with-
Jam.
The audience is not always right.
Okay, can we replace the question?
We have some more. We have
Okay.
some more. He can do 50 push-ups at one time.
Yeah, I think it would be John.
This is John, you say. That's wrong.
You
John,
can't?
John, how many can you do?
200.
Nah, now you guys are doing trick questions and all that.
No,
he
can do
he can
50.
be 50 or more push-ups or only 50?
He can do 50 at a time.
push-ups.
50 at a time.
I can do 50.
I can do 50 push-ups also.
The word that keeps slipping out of his mouth inadvertently is sweetheart.
Neil, well, I can tell you what word also John loves. John's favorite word. Sweetheart is Neil for sure. So claps, done.
You seem to know that one.
Thank you. And John's favorite word, which I want to ask really everyone here, do you know the meaning of the word preposterous?
Super. Give yourselves a big hand.
Very good.
So he throws all these big words at you?
He does, and I really don't know what they
I
mean.
just, if I think something's unacceptable, I say it's preposterous, ridiculous, atrocious.
The first time I heard that, my face was, and then he was saying it, preposterous, ridiculous, atrocious. I've gone, huh?
I don't know why it kind of reminds me of some cartoon
Yeah, it does.
of
Pop.
Sword in the Stone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that where you picked up from?
I think
No,
so.
no, it's just my good English.
It's just rather strange.
His choice of everyday wear is boxer shorts.
I'm going to go with the audience.
And the audience is wrong.
Oh, that's it now, guys. Now just shh.
John, why don't you tell us what your choice of comfort wear is?
No, I don't want to know. It's a PG-13 show. Anyway.
Okay. His dream bike is the Hayabusa.
John.
Think.
No. 1 second. No, yeah, 1 second. 1 second. Give me a minute. John.
John? He's not correct. John.
You know what?
My
1
dream
second, can I
bike
tell you
is a
something?
Hayabusa. He has the Hayabusa.
Katrina, your score is not very good, but you got one last one to redeem yourself. His favorite adventure sport is mountain climbing.
I'll say this. Whoever said it is lying. They're just trying to look sporty and adventurous. But I would imagine it was John who said it.
And he's,
Oh, man!
And I have trained for 4 years.
Neil, apparently you do some great imitations.
Wow.
We're not going to let you go without doing one. And you're going to surprise us, aren't you? You're going to do an imitation of someone who's right here.
If he dare does it of me.
Ah,
If you
no,
dare.
I think you've been humiliated enough for today.
Yeah.
It's going to be John. He's
Yeah,
going to imitate John.
totally. I want to see also.
I'll try. One minute.
Action.
Neil Baba, I think you should have steamed fish, okay, Neil Baba? Just stop having those chapatis and all, Neil Baba. I think you've done a good job enough with eating. Now it's the protein shakes. No, Neil Baba, you can push. John, 50 and up, I can't push more. No, Neil Baba. See, I'm doing 100.
Happy with that, John? You're satisfied with that?
One thing for you guys, you should know this. He used to come up to my room every night and he used to spend a lot of time with me.
No.
Not that way. Yeah.
So you see, they got all the rumors wrong.
He just wants to make sure he still has
No,
a
no,
role
no,
in
listen.
Dostana too.
So whenever I got out of the...
He's making... No, he isn't doing that.
Whenever
He's
I
making
got
sure
up-
that I'm there in Dostana too.
No, so he used to sit in the hall. So whenever I got out of the shower and I came out, I'm not gonna... We used to chat, and so he went back
That's
and
nice.
he went back
That was a good place to start.
and he took an inspiration from me for his new film.
That's right.
Jail.
I want John and Neil to hum for us a few lines from a song I heard them sing backstage very well, I might add. Pehla Nasha. Give us a little duet. 2 lines.
Neil, you start.
Start. It's your favorite song.
Yeah, but you're a better singer. Anyway.
1, 2, 3.
Pehla nasha,
पहला कुआं नया प्यार है नया इंतजार कर लूं क्या मैं अपना हाल है दिले बेकरार है दिले बेकरार तू ही बता.
Fantastic.
You know, I must tell you, if I had sung that alone, you wouldn't have an audience here. You'd be running, oh my God.
Guys, let's talk now about your film, New York. I understand on the one level it is, of course, the story of these 3 students in the Big Apple. Larger issue, of course, is cultural stereotyping of racism in America post 9/11. You know, your director, Kabir Khan, is known to put in a lot of research into his scripts before he actually shoots his films. Did you guys have a fair bit of preparation to do before getting into these characters?
I know for me, when I asked him that, I'm slightly hyperactive. So I would come bouncing into Yashraj every day and say, tell me, what are we going to do? And first he would say, first things first, you calm down, sit down. Second thing, for Sam and for Omar, I mean, they have different briefs, but for Maya, he said that the Katrina that I've seen, Kabir has seen, and in any film he's watched, is, tends to try and be in the movies that slightly glamorous, intimidating, slightly out of, reach, like in Partner, Girl,
Sure.
very overly done.
Inaccessible, yeah.
Yeah, inaccessible.
Sure.
So he said, this girl's the opposite of that. I want her to be completely accessible. I want her to be the kind of girl who anybody in the college will come up and say, hey, what's up?
Okay.
The girl next door, a person who people will say that, yeah, she's really similar to a friend I have in college
Sure.
or something. So he said, just don't try and think and don't try and plan and sketch things out. Just try and be the person that you are when you're not on camera,
Sure.
when you're off camera.
Sure.
When I read the script, the only thing I told myself was, Neil, this is one film that you have to do with complete honesty. It's not a fictitious character as such or larger than life as such that you have to try and get into a mold and try and get some nuances out or anything of that sort. But it is Omar is a boy who is any one of us,
Sure.
So to just portray Omar, I just had to recall all my emotions in life and every moment that I have gone through, or all my experiences basically.
Okay. John?
Well, my story is very interesting. It's something that even the audience would like to kind of want to know about what happened. This was when I was doing Kabul Express. I went to Afghanistan. And now there's something very interesting there, because when the ISAF came in, the International Security Assistance Force, when they overthrew the Taliban, the Mujahideen people had Taliban men locked up in their backyards with dog collars, so that foreign journalists would come and pay $200 and interview them. And when the need for them was not felt, they'd shoot them in the head, finish them off. They were kept like animals at the back. So I remember Kabir Khan, being a war documentary filmmaker, had actually shot one of these guys, shot him on camera, and he was a guy from the Northwest Frontier Province who had come across there. So I saw that my initial homework started by accident.
Sure.
And I wanted to understand the concept of jihad. And I wanted to understand why people do what they do. So then we went into, actually, Kabir and me went into reading the Quran, understanding certain chapters, verses from the Quran. And I think that little bit really helped me in understanding what it would have felt like to live like an American Muslim.
Okay. Now, just to digress a little and to sort of lighten the mood a little, John, you know, every film that you do, they try to get you to take your shirt off. In a film like this, which is, you know, a serious film about terrorism, even in this, they managed to get you to not only take your shirt off, you even got your pants off in this one, no?
Yeah.
Except that I guess this is probably the first film where you can say, like these heroines say, this time the script required it.
Dostana didn't require it. No, in this, yeah, in fact, you know, Neil was actually on set when I was shooting those scenes. Again, no, it's got nothing to do with it. No. No. The point I'm trying to make is that, you know, for an actor, it's important, at least for those scenes I shot towards the end, to go into a certain space,
Sure.
to at least shoot those scenes. I needed to be pampered a bit.
Okay.
And Neil, don't keep looking at me because people are thinking otherwise. So I'm saying, so the thing is, Kabir actually went through a lot of research in these detention centers to really understand what they all went through. And they went through the same process that I would have gone through at that point of time when I was shooting it. It's not having your clothes on, but put in minus in a metal box, for example, you know, put in there and been left there for hours together, days together, probably even weeks together. And number two is, I'm really a shy person and I don't like really, contrary to the image, just taking off my clothes that regularly.
Okay. Of course, you went and inspired Neil, who went and did it shortly after for his film Jail.
I think both the subjects
And he's giving the same
require it.
excuse also. The script required it.
Okay. No, but jokes apart, you know, we've been joking about this and stuff. But when you see the film, it's extremely hard-hitting a moment. I think it was a beautiful experience for me to see him performing the way he's performing. It was great, you know. But I know it's probably coming across as extremely funny conversation.
No, jokes
but,
apart. I mean,
it's a moment when you see the film, you'll understand what a man probably has gone through. You know, it's. I think probably I can say this for John and for me because I've done Jail. It's a moment where a man probably feels like he's raped.
Okay.
And it's very hard hitting.
it's humiliation.
It's humiliation. It's. So I mean.
Sure.
Luckily, we are talking of it right now in a light way, and
Yeah.
you know. But I hope people take it, you know, nicely when it comes in the film.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for joining us
Thank
here
you.
today. Thank you also.